Alright, what's going on everybody? So today we're going to answer the question that I've seen popping up. Is the Starlancer Max or TAC the new Firefly or Serenity, dethroning the Carrick as the current reigning champion of closest thing we have to the Firefly class? We're going to use science and wizardry and double dogs to answer that question. Well, mostly just double dogs. We're going to rate stuff 0 to 5 double dogs. And one thing to note is I am going to be using Star Jump Fleet Viewer. So all the star citizenships you see, that is from their website, and this is their backdrop. If you're not familiar with Star Jump, go check out their website. It is fantastic for viewing your ships. Now the Serenity one, I kind of just cut that out and pasted it on just as a reference and got it as close to size as I could. As far as I'm aware, they don't have other ships in there like Firefly or Expanse, but if you guys happen to see this over there, if y'all could put some of those ships on your website, dude, that'd be so cool. I don't know how much work that is, probably a lot, but man, I would like to compare my ship to like the sizes of the ships in the Expanse and Serenity and Futurama, you know, all kinds of stuff. But you know, I realize that's probably a ton of work. But anyway, go check their website out. It's awesome. So I want to take some things into consideration, and I'm looking at this more from a filming perspective, like in storytelling. Can you tell the story of Firefly with the given visuals and components of the ships? So, for example, does it have a med bay? Does it have a shuttle bay? Does it have a cargo bay? Is the cargo bay similar enough to get similar scenes that we see in Firefly? Does the interior make sense? As far as things like the crew quarters, does it have engineering? Things like that. The overall size of the ship and the overall appearance of the ship are what I'm taking into consideration for this. Okay, so let's get started. First thing, I always see this ship pop up, but it's the Cuddy Black because of its engines. So we're going to go ahead and see how that stacks up here. Okay, so Cuddy Black, medical bay. 0, no double dogs for medical bay. It ain't got one. Shuttle bay, 0, it ain't got one. Cargo bay, we'll give it a 1 double dog out of 5. It at least has a ramp and you can put cargo in it. That's about it. Interior, it's getting a 0. There's not enough there to, there's no bathroom, there's no kitchen, there's no med bay. There's nothing there that's close to Firefly. Size, we're going to give it a 1. For the appearance, I'll give it a double dog for appearance. It does at least have the similar engines. So in total, the Cuddy Black receives 2 double dogs for its resemblance to Serenity. Okay, next on the list is Freelancer Max. Med bay, none, 0. Shuttle bay, none, so 0. Cargo bay, we'll give it a 1. It's got a ramp as well. You can fit a vehicle in there, so we'll give it a 1. Interior, we'll give it a 1 for interior. At least it does have a designated crew sleeping area, although they all bunk together. Size-wise, we'll give it 1 double dog. And for the overall appearance, we'll also give it 1 double dog in resemblance. So altogether, that gives the Freelancer Max a total of 4 double dogs. Okay, next up, the Carrick, the current reigning champion. Here we go. Medical bay, 5 double dogs because it has a medical bay. Really, if you got a medical bay, automatically 5. Shuttle bay, I'm going to give that 4 double dogs. It's big enough to land a Pisces in. You can sleep in a Pisces. The only way to get 5 in this category is if the ship has 2 shuttle bays, which Firefly class ships have. Cargo hold, 4 double dogs. It has a front loading ramp, which is correct. It's big enough for a vehicle. The rest of the cargo hold, it isn't connected to the front ramp exactly, but it does have a catwalk in those areas. And the Serenity is known for having the catwalks. That's a big part of the show, is all the scenes that happen on those catwalks. So it does get a 4 for cargo. Interior, 4 double dogs. It has an engine room. It's got a large dining room, and the next thing I'm considering on this list is the crew quarters. It has crew quarters, but they're all bunking together. And in the Firefly class ship, individuals and couples would have their own rooms. For the size of it, we're going to give that 3 double dogs. The Carrick is a good bit bigger than a Firefly class ship, so 3. Okay, appearance. Overall, how similar is it? I'm going to give this 3 double dogs. It's kind of close. It does have that cross section, and it does have not VTOL engines, but it does have VTOL landing gear in the right place. So we're going to give that 3, bringing us to a grand total of 23 double dogs for the Carrick. Okay, here we go with the new contenders, the Starlancer Max. So medical bay 0, shuttle bay 0, cargo hold 3. I'm giving it a 3 because it does have a ramp, but it's in the back, not the front. It does have a catwalk, which is one of the other things I'm looking for, but it doesn't have the railing on it. It's just a floor that goes across, and it's different. It'd be hard to get similar shots if you were trying to make a machinima of it. So we're gonna give that 3. Interior, I'm gonna give it 5 for interior. It's got an engine room, it's got the big dining room, and it has large crew quarters with double beds. So I'm going to give it 5 for interior. It checks all those boxes. And size, I have to give it 5 for size. The Starlancer is 83 meters. Firefly is 82 meters. So they are very, very close in size. And for the overall appearance, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 double dogs. Same as the Carrick, which brings the total for the Starlancer Max to 16 double dogs in total. Okay, so now the last one, Starlancer Tactical. It has a med bay, so 5 double dogs. Shuttle bay, 3 double dogs because it's only big enough for a Fury, and you're not going to be a very good companion if you're just working out of a Fury.
No need to sound so defensive, Captain. I prefer something with a few miles on it.
Cargo hold, I'm going to give it 2. It's just the one in the back, so there's not going to be any catwalks for it, but you will still be able to get vehicles in there, so 2 double dogs for the cargo. For the interior space, now there's some things we don't know about the Tactical, like how the bedrooms are going to be broken up since you're going from a crew of 4 on the Max to a crew of 7 on the TAC. But the way it's laid out, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 4 because worst case scenario, if it's just one giant room, it at least meets the same as the Carrick, right? So that's going to be 4 for interior. For the size, it gets a 5 for size because size is pretty much spot on. And the same for appearance. I'm going to give it 3 for appearance. There's not really a difference. You know, the fact that it has extra guns, I'm not going to take anything away from that because everything Star Citizen is riddled with guns, with the exception of my SRV. So that brings the grand total for the Tactical to 22 double dogs, missing the Carrick by 1 double dog. So the Carrick remains the champion Firefly Serenity look-alike role ship. And the important thing to take away from this is all of this information means absolutely nothing. But I hope you had fun with it. I had a lot of fun putting this list together, and I honestly thought that before I made the list that the Starlancer would beat the Carrick for what I had in mind. But really, I think any ship can be a Serenity. If it fills you with joy, you enjoy flying it, even if it's a solo ship, that ship can be your Serenity. So if you're in a Cuddy Black and that's your Firefly, then damn it, that's your Firefly. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, and before we go, I'm going to leave you with this. I made some minor adjustments to their Starlancer promotional video. Let me know what you think about it.